Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show. 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 Dub Show. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show.
Well, somebody is highly excited, although I'm kind of shocked that he's not busting out with both colors, but it was a fantastic sports weekend for one guy.
The Sixers already took care of business. Now they need to take care of business. This is what we're doing. They need to take care of business. You know what I'm saying? We get the rally towels going.
But still, we have to
before we get going.
Give them their.
Oh, okay.
Still have to give them their respect. As Sir Elton John goes across the airwaves. As yes, indeed, the Sixers did bust out the brooms in Brooklyn as they take care of the Brooklyn Nets in 4 games. As my partner does the Carlson on this late night rapid fire edition of the Mizzle An Dub Show. Yes, it is indeed Philadelphia Freedom.
But before we get this going, I would like to give a wonderful, wonderful shout out to the lovely lady that got the gold-blooded gear for me, Mrs. Aja Monroe. Thank you. Yes.
Happy anniversary to the Monroes.
Oh, yes.
And also, we're going to promote their show that needs to be happening on Max right now. I don't care if y'all say the world ain't ready.
We'll be the executive producers. Yeah. No matter of fact, I don't even want to be.
I don't care if y'all say the world ain't ready.
I just want my name so small that you got to look for it like I was a part of that shit. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1 or 2 episodes, you know.
Anyways, shout out to them. Happy anniversary. But we're going to cover what happened over the weekend of the NBA playoffs and also what happened tonight. And
do we have to talk
possibly
about that?
Maybe even talk about the draft a little bit? Which,
do we really have to talk
enough,
about that?
Huh?
Do we really have to talk about that?
Well, we could do a IG live show.
Well,
on draft night, you never.
I'm down. I wasn't talking about the draft. I was talking about the NBA that happened tonight.
Why are you taking a sip?
Because yes, we're gonna be talking about something
that I'm saying before we get to before we get to that, let's go back to Saturday, where again, as it is on the show, whenever the Sixers doing the game, yes, Philadelphia Freedom does ring across the airwaves. In another old school, old-fashioned Eastern Conference game, the Sixers again. It was Tobias Harris that led the charge in Game 4 with 25 big ones, as Philly finishes off Brooklyn 96-88.
The big fella,
without Embiid, which is very, very important, because as the game was going on, I get a text message while I'm working. So I'm like, Philly might lose this game, and all of a sudden, I say, well, here they come, and here comes Mr. Maxey. He said, "Hold my beer," and thus the brooms were bust out. And now, given the fact that at least we know for sure that the Celtics and Hawks have to go at least one more game.
Come on,
that's
Atlanta.
One more day of extra rest for Philadelphia. And hopefully Mizzle is wanting a 6th game in that particular series.
I'll take 7.
The Sixers will play the winner. The Sixers will play the winner of the Celtics-Hawks series. And, of course, Mizzle's fear is having to see those damn green leprechauns in the semifinals. But
no matter
what nor there,
that
series isn't to be decided yet. Nonetheless, back to the game in hand, which happened on Saturday, in which so far that's been the only sweep of the NBA first round playoffs so far, as everything is at least going 5 or 6. Anyhow, Harris led the way with 25. He was a plus minus plus 15. Maxey at 16, Harden at 17. Even Melton off the bench had a solid 15 points. As the Sixers in the second half clamped down to 50. And they got the win 96-88. And I will let Mizzle take over on what he saw in game 4 on.
Well, what I saw in game 4 was a whole team effort. It wasn't just everybody. They picked up Embiid. I mean, they have, before the game was played, they're 11-5 without the big fella. So they know how to win without him. I mean, the floor kind of opens up when Embiid's not on the floor. You know, you put Maxey out there with Harden, you put Melton out there, you got PJ Tucker and Tobias Harris. So you got the floor spread, which I kind of like that. You know, you let Maxey run loose, and you let Melton do his thing and stuff like that. But I need Tobias Harris to take whatever he had in this series to the next series, because they're going to double, triple, and they're going to hound the big fella. And everybody around the big fella is going to contribute. Harden scared me a little bit. He almost had a flashback to his Houston days, which is pissing me off. How the hell you get to the basket, you can't finish? Pure, easy layup with your dominant hand. And you're not going there. They won. But anyway, I need more consistency out of Harden. Tobias just continue to play the way he played. I mean, there's nothing else to say about the young fella out of Kentucky named Maxey. He's just been getting better each year that he's been in the league. And they better give him the max. He deserves it. But Paul Reed, listen out for that name the next series. He is going to be the big X factor against Boston. I believe he matches up well with the Boston's second unit. We will score with him if we run it through him. He's an athletic. He's more like a Jonathan Kuminga per se. But Jonathan Kuminga has a better jumper than Paul Reed. Paul Reed is more down low, get the rebounds, run the screen, throw the ball up, let him go get it type thing. So if they play the way like this against Boston, because we know eventually Boston's going to win that round, and so we already know what we're getting in the second round. But if Philly can play like that, minus the mixed cues that they had later on, I can see 6-7. I would see it going 7, because Boston's going to get theirs. I can see it split 1-1. We'll take one in Boston. Boston will probably come to Philly and take one, and that's where the series is really going to start. So the back and forth 1-1. But I can see if Philly plays the way they've been playing this last series, I can see us beating Boston in 7. And damn it, go Miami.
We will get to the Miami Heat eventually, as we will cover the other game that we saw on Saturday. The Suns almost a game away from getting the gentleman's sweep, as Durant scored 31, Booker at 30. Possibly so. They beat the Clippers 112-100. On a side note for the Clippers, Russell Westbrook played like a former MVP, had 37 of those points, but it was not enough, as 61 combined by Booker and Kevin Durant, as Phoenix is on the verge of waiting on the winner of the Nuggets and Timberwolves, to which the Timberwolves avoided a sweep, and at least we'll play one more game. We'll talk about tomorrow's game when they get together.
That was a gentleman's sweep.
And then it was. Then we turn around to Sunday, and just how special. Now again, I've said this before, and I will say it again. Truthfully, there is really nothing special than seeing playoff Madison Square Garden. If it's the Rangers in the Stanley Cup playoffs, if it's the Knicks in the NBA playoffs, when that building is in playoff mode, it is something special, and it showed it showed that way in Game 4, as the Knicks are on the verge of winning their first series in damn near 10 years.
Can you imagine?
As they take
if it's Jimmy Butler versus New York?
If it's the Heat and the Knicks in the second round, get ready to go back to the mid-90s or the 2000s when the NBA was on NBC and you have Marv Albert with those hype videos.
Was it the Knicks
with
and the Heat where Van Gundy got dragged by Morning?
yes, he was hanging on Alonzo Mourning's and Larry Johnson, former teammates with the Hornets, were trying to throw them blows in the garden. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And all you see is what in the hell is Van Gundy doing hanging on Alonzo Mourning's leg, holding on for dear life?
Jesus.
But nonetheless, if you don't know, in the mid 90s, early 2000s, the Heat and Knicks was one of some of the most intense rivalries in basketball. Just tremendous back and forth, of
Talk
course.
about Allen Houston growing up with Tim Hardaway. You know, you got
Houston, the
Starr.
Allen Houston floater, and the lucky tip that into Miami season the playoffs, and all you see is Allen Houston throwing up the number one finger and fist pumping. But I mean, just fantastic series.
Yeah.
Between those two, but we won't jump ahead because the Heat still have one more game to win, which we will talk about what they did tonight. But the Knicks got a huge win, 102-93, and Mr. Brunson just continues to be spectacular in these playoffs. He has certainly been one of the best players in these playoffs.
Yeah.
As Donovan Mitchell, I will say this: Donovan Mitchell will not shoot 5 or 18 in game number 5. It's not going to happen. He's going to bounce back.
Oh no!
And have a strong ass game, but I also agree that Julius Randle won't shoot 3 for 10.
Well, he won't get benched. I'll tell you that.
No, but
get benched again.
In addition to Mr. Brunson being Mr. Brunson, R.J. Barrett came back to life in the Garden. He had 26 big ones.
I'm here
saying hi. I guess I can still play this game. I'm still here. Mr. Hart in 40 minutes, he went for 19, shooting 7-16 for the field. So the Knicks doing what the Knicks do, playing good team basketball in the Garden, and the Cavaliers will try to avoid elimination in game 5 back on Cleveland. Wide open shot, and of course he misses it as the Warriors escape in game 4 with a 126-125 victory. But a lot of people said that it was going to go even back to Sacramento, and it is. Even though, despite the fact that De'Aaron Fox just continues to amaze, he had 38 big ones, but now an injury to his index finger on his shooting can't go in game 5, being it back in Sacramento. But again, Keegan Murray came back to life. Keegan Murray had a solid game. He shot the ball well in game 4. But again, Wardell is still the straw that stirs the drink. Wardell had 32 big ones. Clay had 26. Welcome back, Mr. Poole. He had 22. And it worked with Draymond Green coming off the bench. He did not argue it.
Well, he suggested it.
Draymond almost. Yes, he did.
It was Draymond who suggested
it. And he almost messed around and got a triple double. He was 3 assists away from having a triple double.
You know how I said about when Embiid's not on the floor, it's open, it's spread.
You were saying?
You know how Steve Kerr came out and said this. He said he cannot have 2 non-shooters out there against the Kings. The Warriors' type of offense and defense does not match up the way with Draymond Green on the floor, offensive wise. So, again, like Kerr said, Draymond coming off the bench was fine because now you had 4 shooters out there, technically 4 shooters, and damn near 1 big. So the floor was open. So Sacramento couldn't cram the middle because waiting for Draymond to set everything up. The ball was continuously moving and the middle got open because you're spreading them out. So kudos to Kerr for finding a way, So, yeah, that was a big adjustment. I was asking for adjustments with the Warriors, and they finally I got some adjustments. So I was real happy to hear that. And to just
what is it that we always say with this team?
Well,
when they run the offense,
there's nobody stopping them.
Only team that can beat the Warriors is the Warriors themselves.
The
And even though
coldest offense in basketball.
and of course, we marvel at what Wardell does, and we love Wardell. He is Warrior emeritus, up there with Rick Barry, up there with Alvin Adels, up there with Chris Mullin.
He can walk around the Bay Area and never pay for anything in life. He can retire right now, and he can still walk around the Bay Area and not pay for nothing. He is Bay Area royalty. He can live off.
He can live off of just his Under Armour money for the rest of his life. He doesn't even have to touch his NBA money. Okay, to the point to where this man Wardell has Under Armour golf gear. I've seen it myself. The man has Curry
everything
golf
he wears
shirts.
is Under Armour. I guarantee you, his drawers is Under Armour.
Okay, I went to the PGA Superstore. They have one in Vegas. And I'm in the polo shirt section because golf has some killer ass polo shirts. I'm not gonna lie. That I would wear. That would work because I'm trying to add to my polo shirt repertoire. Yeah. So and yes, Tiger has own. I go to the Under Armour section and I'm like, this man Wardell really has his own golf polo shirts with the Curry logo
damn good
on
golf
the shirt.
Player. He's a damn good golf player, just as good as a basketball player. Hell, he could probably be on the PGA Tour if he wanted to. But right now, he's playing basketball. I wouldn't be shocked if he retired and joined the PGA Tour and whoop ass. Wouldn't be shocked.
I'm just waiting to see Curry golf cleats.
They probably already got them.
I'm pretty sure that's in the works. But anyhow, also when the Warriors take care of the ball, they only turned the ball over 12 times in the whole game against Sacramento in Game 4. Because that's been one of the biggest Achilles heels Steve Kerr era. 5 straight trips to the finals. 4 NBA players have been hung in the Bay Area since he's arrived in the 2014-2015 season. But what matters 5 total since they moved to the Bay Area. There's 5 banners since they moved to the Bay Area. Under Kerr, they've added 4.
Moved to the Bay Area 5. Okay, I'm about to say, wait a minute.
Yes.
Something adding up right here.
No, they've added 4 more to the one that I already have.
Yes.
Since Kerr has come in the 2014-2015 season. I said 5 straight trips to the finals. That's where I got the 5 from.
Okay.
Regardless, but the biggest thing that has been mind scratching is under the Steve Kerr is them taking care of the ball, because when they do take care of the ball, well, you've seen why they've been 4-time champions and have gone to the finals 5 years in a row and 6 in the last 9 years that Kerr has been the head coach of this team. So, with that said, yes, going back to Sacramento will not be an easy task, but if they can just get one win in Sacramento, and hopefully you can do that in Game 5 if De'Aaron Fox is not playing it. And I know that. Well, why you say that? Because this is today's NBA, unfortunately. But,
this is a business. I really have.
Now we turn to. It's at 6. I'm sticking to it. Hopefully,
my heart says 6, but my basketball knowledge and knowing that this is the best series, the whole NBA, they're gonna milk this series. So it will go 7. You can already, we're not the ones that never blame the referees. I'm sorry, we don't. I mean, we may do it, but that's not how we would want to talk about it. But you can clearly see. I mean, JJ Redick came on and said it. It seems one-sided. So they can do it in front of this will go 7. It will go 7 because Game 7 will be on ABC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about the dollars and the cents and the marketing and the ratings. So boom. But I wouldn't be shocked if Dubs in 6. Just saying. But I've been watching this a long, long time.
Kudos to the Timberwolves. They fight off a sweep. as Anthony Edwards had 34 big ones, despite the fact that the Joker had 43 in overtime loss. But Denver's back home for game Denver to complete the gentleman's sweep as the Nuggets will move on and await the winner of the Suns Clippers series.
That's over.
Which possibly can end later on today as the Suns come back home against the Mizzle force a game 6, even though game 5 is back at home on the parquet floor. But there was a special performance in Miami, Florida last night as the Heat 15 and one Jimmy Butler said, "Hold my mother effing beer," as he came to the tune of...
Wait a minute. For you, I'll say it for you. Hold my fucking beer. Hold my fucking beer. All right, floor is yours.
He said, hold it up high to the tune of 56 of them buckets. Obviously, the greatest single season performance in Miami Heat team history.
Yes.
And also
surpassing Dwayne Wade.
And I want to say, surpassing Mr. Wade. And he is, I think, tied for 4th or 5th all time in the highest scoring playoff game.
I think he's tied with
Jordan. Still holds the record with 63.
Oh, Jordan did have. Yep.
Oh, Jordan had 63.
Yes.
Elgin Baylor is second with 61.
Yes.
And I think there's a few others that are tied with him at 56. To which Charles Barkley is also on this, because Charles Barkley had 56 against our Warriors in 93-94 when he was telling Don Nelson, "They can't guard me. Give me somebody to guard." And well, Barkley just went off.
Tom Sula.
Last time but Jimmy Butler, 56 points. The man shot 19 of 28 from the floor, had 9 rebounds. But also on the flip side, Brook Lopez has just continued to ball out in this series. Brook Lopez led Milwaukee with 36. Ooh. And even in his return, he had 36 of them big ones to lead the Bucks. And I mean, Giannis in his first game back, Giannis was solid. Giannis had 26, 13 and 10. Giannis had a triple-double.
Yeah, but
in his return in playing,
he still hurt.
In playing 30 minutes, and man is hurt and still got a triple-double. Just to show you how great of a player Giannis Antetokounmpo is.
He was hurt,
but
he got a triple-double.
At the end of the day, he was hurt. But the Miami Heat just went on a run, and the Bucks cannot stop it. But there is a question. But Charles Barkley did bring up a good point on Inside the NBA.
Wow, that's rare.
If you're the Milwaukee Bucks and you see, it was, but he said, you see the Heat making their run.
Mm-hmm.
Why the Bucks did not call a timeout? And that was a very good point he made, because mainly if you see a team getting on a run and possibly momentum swinging to the other side, what you normally do, you call a timeout to stop the momentum and breathe a little bit and try to go back to the drawing board. Milwaukee did not do that. And thus Miami just took the high roll. And if somebody was going to rebound, where's number 22? And number 22 just went out and got nothing but buckets. Now, me and Mizzle are the president and vice president, or co-owners of the Jimmy Butler fan club. Because
you damn right.
I've enjoyed the way this man has played basketball since he was a freaking Chicago Bull, and I have often said that this man can play on this man will forever have a spot on my team any day of the week.
He was on my
shaking
team.
His head.
He was on my team.
Hence why he's shaking his head, folks. And that is what we call on the show passion. The way he looked is how I felt the day the Warriors traded Monte Ellis. That's the look right there.
Yeah, but you okay with that now?
Whatever.
Every Warrior fan is
okay. Now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We could still be with Monte Ellis. Think about that.
Hey,
and none
possibly none of those. You're right. You're right.
none
You're
of
right.
these. We're not waiving none of these. I mean, well, we probably would be still waiving one of these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. Don't get me wrong. They made the right decision to build around Wardell. And kudos to Monte Ellis for saying, you know what? I messed it up by saying what I said.
And
It takes a heck of a man. It takes a heck of a man. It takes a heck of a man to say, you know what? That was wrong of me to say.
Fucked up.
Because more friends remember said we couldn't play together. And they took that into consideration, but nonetheless, Monte Festum said, you know what? That was wrong of me to say. And kudos to him for saying that. And classic years, and he's one of the all-time greats to ever on the Dubs jersey. There's no question about that. But they made the right decision, even though as frustrated as we were, they made the right decision. They made the right decision to build around one Wardell, Stephen Curry II. Now back to the Heat game. On the show, I have said this more than once. If anybody can beat a number one seed in these playoffs in Eastern Conference, I said it's the Miami Heat. If the Heat get to the 8th seed, they will give Milwaukee hell, and do not be surprised if Miami beats Milwaukee. And now Miami stands one win away, and it's going to be a tough win to get. Don't get me wrong, because Milwaukee does have 2 of the next 3 games at home in Milwaukee. But Jimmy Butler goes mad again like he did tonight. Miami's going to be playing in the second round against the Knicks or the Cavs. Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So,
floor's yours.
Didn't Miami take game 1?
Yes, they did.
And now they were winning before Giannis went down.
Correct.
What did I say on the show? On that, because we did a show. I believe we did a game 1 show. If I'm we haven't done that many shows where I can't remember, but I think we did a game 1 show. But I do remember saying that the Heat would have easily won that game if Giannis still would have played. Just
you did say that. Yes, you did.
Butler was playing.
Yes,
just
you
by
did.
The way Miami was playing that game. So, game 2, we knew they were going to come out pissed off because they felt they should have won game 1 just as well because we're the superior team. We're the number 1 seed. Yeah, whatever. And then whatever happened in Miami when they came, Jimmy got some home cooking because in game 3, Jimmy went off. He was getting them buckets, right? Okay. Now we're at game 4, and Giannis is playing. Now take back to game 1. Same scenario, but now you got the completion because Giannis played the whole game. Miami Heat winning this series. Because Jimmy Butler's this looks like the Jimmy Butler in the bubble.
Correct.
Remember how exhausted he was, but he gave his all every game. They should have won that damn championship. They should be the bubble champs. I'm sorry.
I will say this.
Yes.
In regards to the 2020 NBA Finals, I will say this. If Goran Dragic does not hurt his foot, it is a totally different series.
Yeah, because I don't think unfortunately the Lakers had an answer for Dragic and Jimmy. I don't think that at that time. I don't think they had it.
Now, granted, Lakers did what they were supposed to do. They took advantage of it, rightfully so.
Of course.
And you get the Mickey Mouse championship for being off 3 months. Okay, is what it is. But
I guess they in LA, so I mean I know they won in Orlando, but there is Disneyland.
If you win at Disney, you win at Disney. Doesn't matter if it's Disneyland or Disney World. Disney is Disney. Either way, if Dragic plays, that finals might be different. It possibly might go to game 7 as it did. It went to 6, obviously. Anyhow, with that said, just again, and I hate to go back to this, but first off, shout out to Jimmy Butler for first off giving Joel Embiid a shout out during his interview on TNT. With the reporter asked him how you feel about all these MVP chances. Jimmy's like, I don't know about MVP because honestly, it should go to Joel. So kudos to him
See,
because he
that
didn't
tells
have
you
to
he
do
still
that, but
want
he
to be a
did.
Sixer.
Just,
See, he played in Miami, but he didn't want to leave Philadelphia. You see, because he wanted to play with Joel Embiid, and we dropped the ball on that. Live and die. That's another show because I can talk about that all day.
yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can. But um, just again, he talks about the culture that, and it's a tremendous culture in Miami. It really, really is.
Well, Pat Riley
Because I
running
know
the
when
show,
LeBron
man.
got there.
When you guys slick
Yeah.
wheels back there, man, it's good.
Yeah. And and that's one of the reasons why LeBron left because Pat was like, look here, it's my way. Supposed to the coach, either get in line or get the F out. And LeBron got the F out. LeBron was there for the finals 3 straight years. But he knew that, okay, Spolstra was not going anywhere. But you can see what's the one thing that Miami has had since he's been there? It has been consistency.
Consistent.
And so, I mean, Mizzle and I are not surprised that the Miami Heat are doing this. We're not, because this is just what they do. And I mean, this is why they are always a tough out. Doesn't matter who they play, doesn't matter what seed they are. But I mean, like I was talking to a friend of our programs, Big Brian Sullivan. And by the way, that's a nice new car that you got. Love it. Looks very lovely.
So that means you can make it up to my
indeed.
Ponderosa now. There's no excuses.
There's not. So, but with that said, we were discussing and talking and just saying that this is what the Heat do. They just don't go around. But I was saying that even though division titles really don't mean nothing in basketball, Miami Heat is a division winner. So they're not your typical normal number 8 seed.
Now this would make a difference if it was football.
By no means. Baseball, football, it will make a heck of a difference if you won your division. Which is why I say, yeah, division titles in hockey, division titles in basketball really don't mean crap per se, because in hockey, all you need is a hot goalie, and you can ride that goalie all the way to the Stanley Cup. We have seen it time and time again. However, in basketball, if a guy gets hot, you can ride that to at least getting you to a conference final. So I promise you, Milwaukee will give it everything they have in Game 5. There's no question about that. But if Jimmy starts off like he did tonight in the first quarter, when he scored 22 and he shot 9 of 10 in the first quarter, if he gets off to a start like that, it might be problems in Milwaukee for the Bucks.
But here's the thing with this series, though. Both teams have been to the finals. Both teams knows what it takes. So this is why this series is so interesting. But it's because it's three. I would love how it is how the Warriors and Kings are playing. But this is the style. This is how Miami makes you play, though. So that's why I'm not shocked that it's 3-1. As we just said, this is what Miami does. They're like the Spurs per se. They stick to the script and they play their game.
They don't change who they are. No matter
what the score is.
They don't change who they are.
No matter what the score is. They be down 21-12, whatever. They stick to what they know and they fight back and claw. That's been the Spurs' MO. Hell, it's still their MO, even though they're not playing to the
They're down right. They're down right now, but if you know anything about Popovich, he will find a way to get them back. So don't be surprised in a year or two you see the San Antonio fundamentals be like, well, hi, we have returned.
Popovich is like Tomlin. I'm not gonna go against him.
No. Because if anybody can figure it out, it is Greg Popovich. Point blank, end of story. I mean, The man is 5-1 in the NBA Finals for a reason.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
If it and if it wasn't for Ray freaking Allen, they would be 6-0. If it wasn't for Ray Allen,
and
Tim
that was
Duncan,
Popovich's fault. That was Popovich's fault because he put Tim Duncan on the bench. I didn't know what he was thinking, and I still don't. But that's your rebounder. That's your rim protector. If Tim Duncan's on the floor, bless you.
Thank you.
And that miss, I believe Tim Duncan grabs that rebound and they go down there and they win the game because they're fouling and they're going to the free. They're going to the free.
Well, yeah.
So
if Ray Allen does not hit that shot,
yeah. We're talking 6-0. We're talking Michael Jordan
and Tim Duncan
6-0.
6-0.
That close.
That's the only thing that Tim Duncan has on his NBA career. He only lost one time in the finals. Because other than that,
that was LeBron's revenge, though. Because LeBron's first trip to the finals, he played the Spurs, and the Spurs spanked that ass.
Yeah, they swept.
They spanked that ass. Oh, did they spanked that ass? Was Mike Brown the coach of that final?
Cavaliers, yes, he was.
And see, this is why we're not shocked where Mike Brown is right now. Everywhere Mike Brown has possibly, I think we discussed this. I think his only bad was when he was the coach with the Lakers, correct?
Correct.
Anywhere else he's been a winner.
He's won.
Besides, against the Spurs in the finals.
Except for the Spurs in the finals, but he comes from the Popovich tree. And now with Budenholzer, the coach of the Bucks, came from the Popovich tree. Steve Kerr, not from the coaching tree, but he played under him. And if you notice the last few years, it's either been a Popovich disciple hoisting the title.
This is one.
And here comes the shocker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock on wood, but I mean, hey, don't be surprised. Within the next 3 to 4 years, do not be surprised if the capital city in California hoists the Larry O'Brien Trophy. I'm just telling you. Yeah. I have to wash my mouth out, but with the structure they now have in Sacramento,
I would go to that parade though. 100, I would go to that parade though. It would be lit. It would be lit.
Oh,
it would be lit.
Oh, without question.
Honestly,
without question.
Lit. It would be lit. But I ain't trying to see Sacramento.
But I'm just saying.
It's the River Cat.
With Matt McNair, the GM. With Matt McNair, the GM.
Yes, yeah. He is a solid
and
dude.
Mike Brown.
Solid dude. Yeah.
The two together.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm telling you, Vivek Randande. Like I said, I've never questioned his desire and wanting to win. He's finally got the right people in place. And also a credit to that it goes to Joe Dumars because he helped put the structure together.
So no wonder why he suspended Draymond Green to try to help that ass out, huh? So that this is that's what you was trying to say, right?
I guarantee you the conspiracy theorist really was pointing at that.
For sure.
The reason why they got down 2 games to 9.
About it. I mean, I was doing that for a joke, but I wasn't being honestly serious with that. But Sports Center was talking about that, so that was easily somebody could pick that up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I totally agree with you. There is a shift in the Western Conference now.
Yes,
I mean they are the 3rd seed for a reason. You know, they earned that 3rd seed. Hell, they were close. They were a couple of games away from being the 2 seed.
They were for a slight minute. They were the 2 seed in the Western Conference and kind of faltered at the end once they clinched their playoffs, but kind of fell back down to earth. But
yeah, and this is Mike Brown's first season, so this is just them just learning what he wants to do now. So imagine that another full season with it. You bring back the same nucleus, but you add some pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hell, I can see Denver, Sacramento 1-2.
Yeah.
Memphis is going to get right. They got a few things to work on. And did we talk? We haven't even got there yet, huh?
We have not gotten to the game that was not between.
I'm ready to get on Dylan Brooks.
But between
I'm really ready to get on Dylan Brooks, bro. So yeah, but
yeah,
I'll finish this with Sacramento, and then I know we'll get there. But Mike Brown, we just said it. Mike Brown has been a winner everywhere he's been.
Yeah.
He's already improving it right now. He almost got him to the 2 seed, now to the 3 seed, and they're going
the day
up against a juggernaut. The Warriors are a season. It's their real season. Mike Brown got a very young squad. And so I'm not saying that they're not ready for the moment, because De'Aaron Fox is ready for the moment. He's been in the moment.
De'Aaron
has been in that moment at Kentucky. They know what to do. It's their supporting cast.
De'Aaron Fox and Jimmy Butler by far, and you can even throw in Mr. Brunson. Those 3 young men by far have been the best players in these playoffs thus far, without question. And if you want to throw in Tyrese Maxey, you can throw him in there too.
Bless you for saying that. Because
he has been spectacular.
The young man put up 33 points in the playoff game. It made it look easy. Easy.
Yes, in game 3. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But I mean, De'Aaron Fox. So, like I said, if you are a fan of the Sacramento Kings, and I
know plenty,
say this respectfully and sincerely,
I have family members.
sincerely, get ready to go on another run like you did in the Bibby, Weber, Divac, Page years.
Yeah,
because this is not going to be a one-hit wonder.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's going to go back to consistent. It's going to go back to consistent winning again, like it was in the early 2000s when you went on that run from 98, 99 to 05, 06. Yeah. Now, hopefully you won't get screwed in the conference finals like you did because of Tim Donaghy, but the consistent winning is going to come back to Sacramento. And if you're a Kings fan, I would rally up on season tickets right now.
Oh, I agree. There's no shot.
And that is, I mean, the game we went to celebrate my man's 40th birthday. The atmosphere was electric in that building on that night, even though the Kings lost and the Sixers won. But the
fans in there,
there was a lot of Philly fans in there, but just the atmosphere in that arena was amazing, and it almost felt like that old girl named Arco.
It did.
Which is now torn down. Yeah, it's the big sheet metal. No, that is a whole big thing of sheet metal. That is the nickname I have given it.
I don't disagree with anything that you said.
You were saying, go ahead.
I don't disagree with anything you said about the Kings. None of that. They're going to get there. I mean, right now, Denver, Minnesota's going to get better. Don't sleep. Minnesota's going to get better. And yeah, like you just said, Denver, Minnesota, Sacramento, Memphis is still going to give you hell. You know, Utah, no, I don't see Utah doing anything. Hell, the Thunder damn near made it. Don't sleep on them either.
Hey, Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort, those two are just fun to watch together. They really are. They really are. And again, I'm still mind boggled at why the Clippers trade away SGA, because I'm pretty sure the Clippers can use him right now. I'm just saying, but SGA
he'll be available. Unlike the other star they got by the name of Kawhi Leonard, man. You know what? All right, no, we're not going to talk about Kawhi. Let's move along.
We'll preview that game as we get to it, but yes, now Grizzlies really should have beat the Lakers tonight, because the Grizzlies fought to take the lead at halftime, and the Lakers were held scoreless the last few minutes of the first half, and then they went on another scoring drought.
Their defense was good.
That's correct.
Their defense kept it in more than their offense.
Yeah, because the offense struggled, but
yeah,
when he
for you to say that Memphis should have won
make a
that
shot.
game, well, I'll say this. I believe
What just what I was watching? Is what I was watching?
Okay, I had it in
Memphis
my ear.
was out
So
hustling them.
I was just listening. So you were watching it. I was on what I was hearing in my ear.
Desmond Bain had himself a fantastic game tonight.
Yes, he was. That's all I kept hearing from Memphis.
He was outstanding. And if John Morant, you kind of knew John Morant was going to come back down there after he went for 45 in game 3, of course, which he was spectacular.
Typically, when John Morant has a good game, his next game ain't all that great. When he has a spectacular game, the next game is not really that great after he has
that's where that consistency needs to come in. But I mean, Desmond Bain did Desmond Bain, and I guess you can say the Lakers won the game in spite of Anthony Davis playing like crap again. Because he has not played well at all he's not been consistent at all in this series.
Wasn't he?
D'Angelo Russell has struggled, but but D'Angelo Russell made some big 3-pointers in the fourth quarter.
Oh, what, he went 3 for 3?
And the Lakers,
where he fouled out like 3 for 3 before I think he
late.
He went 3 for 4.
Late. I mean, it was a struggle, but hey, and I mean, to wash my mouth out again, but I mean, you really can't argue when LeBron James puts up a 2020 game.
Oh, you know what? You know the reason why LeBron's playing like this? You blame Dillon Brooks. You blame Dillon Brooks. He opened up his mouth. Number one, you call LeBron James old. I mean, he is. I mean, but come on, man.
Age-wise, yes.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's
but
all
there's one
trying to call out Jordan. Come on, man. You poked the bear and you woke up the bear. Because LeBron has been, since they had that little altercation to where they showed on SportsCenter where LeBron walked over to Dillon Brooks, and I wish they could have had a microphone close. I was trying to read LeBron's lips. And if anybody can comment on our section, if you can tell me what LeBron said, but whatever LeBron said to Dillon Brooks, after that, Dillon Brooks disappeared. This man don't do press conferences no more. Nothing. So
refusing to talk to the media after game 4. I'm out.
No, and game 3.
But yet you gonna come out and say I don't care if it's LeBron James or not. Score 40. Okay. Well, to quote Shaquille O'Neal, he got 20 points and 20 rebounds. That's 40
to me. That's 40 to me.
Or as I like to say, LeBron James did the Moses Malone, because if you want to know about Moses Malone, YouTube him, and that's ask Laker fans about Moses Malone in the 1983 NBA Finals, and that's all I got to say. Go ahead, sir.
They won't answer that question. But you had 6 seconds. You had 6 seconds. You were up. And you knew they had to go to the rim. If you knew LeBron had the ball, and you know what? This is where everybody talks about where this is what LeBron should do in every situation when it comes down to the game on the line. But LeBron always makes the smart basketball decision. Yes, you could say Jordan did take this at the third, but nah. If he didn't have Steve Kerr, he don't have a ring. If Tony Kukoc wasn't out there, he don't have a ring. Hello. Wasn't out there, he wouldn't have a ring. Yeah, Pippen was his right-hand man, but I'm talking about Bushler, Winnington. Those were the key role players that won Jordan them championships. Honestly, Jordan won the Utah series. That's the series that Jordan.
1998, he took the final shot. But
exactly.
1993, Game 6, John Paxson, 3-pointer. Hello.
Steve Kerr.
1997, Game 6, Steve Kerr from the foul line. Hello.
So
Now, so I mean, 96, 92, 91, Bulls are just the better damn team. But
here's the thing. We always say LeBron should do this because Jordan did that. No, Jordan made the right basketball decision move just like LeBron. It's just the difference is LeBron didn't have the supporting cast as Jordan did. They took the same exact shot. Now, if they made the shot, we're just having a total different conversation about LeBron. And damn it, I gave LeBron a whole lot of fucking credit.
Again.
But, I mean, heck. But the truth is the truth, though. I get it.
But heck, we can go back to game 1 of the Kings Warriors series. The right basketball play was made. Wiggins was wide open to take that shot.
Yes,
that was the right.
Wiggins will not miss that shot again. And another thing.
Again,
Curry has not missed that shot that he missed in game 2.
What we're trying to say is, if you keep making the right IQ basketball play, eventually the shot is going to fall.
Yeah,
I mean, heck, we can go back to last year in Game 7 of the Eastern Finals with the Heat and the Celtics. Yes, Jimmy Butler could have gone for the tie in the layup, but he was open. He took the shot. It damn near went in. And his teammates were and his teammates were okay with it because he was going for the win.
Yep.
You can't and his teammates said, we can live with that all day because you know what? If the shot is open and he has a clear shot, why not take the shot? You're going for the win. You play to win the game. Hello.
Hell, De'Aaron Fox made the right basketball IQ move.
You went over. Harrison Barnes was open. He was open. He just missed the shot, which, of course, we go back to 2016 where he couldn't hit the side of a barn, but the right basketball play was made.
Yeah.
If a person is wide open and he takes a shot, I mean, heck, Jordan hasn't missed many a game-winning shots. Same with Kobe, and they were open. I mean, it happens. It's part of the game. It's a part of sports, but more oftentimes than not, they have come through. That's just how the game is. But the Lakers, despite the fact that it was very ugly at times for them, they still found a way to get the win, and thus they take a 3-1 lead against the number 2 seed, the Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, what's the saying?
Now the Grizzlies.
There's two sayings. It's not how you start; it's how you finish, and you play into the clock. It's 0-0. There it is.
0. That's it. That is it. But again, just want to shout out Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain was outstanding. 36 points. Shot 13 of 29 from the field. I mean, like I said, Desmond Bain did everything but win the game.
If Dylan Brooks could have backed up his shit talking, maybe they could have won the game.
Well, as I posted on my Facebook after the first quarter, I posted the end of the first quarter score. I said, Dylan Brooks, sometimes you just really need to shut up. I guarantee you, if that's Michael Jeffrey Jordan, he's getting 50 on you. Possibly, maybe even 60.
Hell, he might treat like Jalen. If that's like Kobe treated Jalen Rose, let's go ahead and get them 81. Let's go get 80. Easy.
No, well, the thing is, Kobe and Michael would have told you, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go there, and this I'm going to shoot the ball, and I'm just going to look at you and be like, you can't guard me. You can't guard me.
No.
But anyhow, big win for Miami. They go up 3-1. Lakers find a way to get it done. They go up 3-1. And now tomorrow we have the triple header. We have the Hawks and the Celtics kicking it off on TNT at 4:30 on the parquet floor. Boston needs one more game to advance to play Philadelphia. And we got another Philly-Boston Eastern Conference series, which I know my brother's not looking forward to, but nonetheless, we will, and they can stretch it to one more game. 6 on NBA TV. The Nuggets back home in the altitude against the Wolves, looking
That's
to
over.
complete the gentleman's sweep.
It's over
As they're
too.
up 3-1 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll just ask this question: Will the Joker get another triple double?
I don't think he'll need it. I think Jamal Murray just gonna put him out their misery.
Oh, so you're gonna say the Fighting Irish will get off. All right.
Yeah.
And well, the chances for 3 series to end tomorrow is possibly more than likely may possibly happen because I do think the Clippers will be going fishing, especially with Game 5 back in Phoenix. I think that game is
tomorrow's is a gone fishing. Everything. I don't think we don't have to do a show tomorrow. We can save it for Wednesday because the most exciting game is being played Wednesday. We will say the next. Yeah, we'll take a hiatus tomorrow because I believe unless I'll say this: if one of these teams decide to win and push the series, which I hope is the Boston Atlanta series, and if that happens, we don't even have to do a show. But now, like if Minnesota happens the way to pull something out, we'll do a show. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Well, I'll say this: the NBA was smart to do this because perhaps the most 4 exciting games is all on Wednesday, the day before the NFL draft.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So
because,
don't sit here and tell me that the Warriors is going 7. The Warriors and Kings is going 7. It's the most exciting series. And so you saying the Knicks and Cavaliers are playing Wednesday?
Okay, here's okay. So tomorrow we just went through tomorrow.
Are those the only 2 games being played on Wednesday?
No. It's 4 on Wednesday.
Oh.
So
okay.
Yes. So basically, if you have picture-in-picture, one channel needs to be on NBA TV, the other channel needs to be on TNT. So NBA TV will have Game 5 of the Knicks and the Cavaliers, and Game 5 of the Bucks and the Heat. TNT will have the Grizzlies and Lakers at 4:30, and the nightcap with the Kings and the Warriors at 7 on TNT. So TNT gets 3/4 of California, and NBA TV gets the Eastern Conference. Even though TNT is the home of the Eastern Conference Finals this year, the Western Conference Finals will be on ESPN ABC. But anyhow, that is the lineup for the NBA. Now, saw it. You didn't like it. You thought it was a business move, but just very briefly, give me your thoughts on what you saw when Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fought, to which Tank did get the 7th round KO on a body shot, which my prediction was correct. It just came 3 rounds early because I said Tank in 10 was going to knock him out. But
I know I said
go ahead and tell me what you
7.
saw.
We could pull up the film. I said 7. I believe I said 7. Or did I say 5? Might have been 5, but I think I said 7. Well, anyway.
You said 6 or 7.
Okay. I don't think the liver shot was delivered fleshly. That's all I'm gonna say. But what I'm
still watching to see where he landed it at because I didn't see a body shot.
Okay. It was there.
Now I know I saw the left.
It was there.
I just
don't think it was flesh. It wasn't clean enough.
I saw the left hook. I saw the left hook that knocked his ass down the first round.
I did see
that was clean.
No, that was solid. Sat his ass down. You know.
Yes.
But
the left hook did catch him flush on that one.
Ryan Garcia didn't fight his fight. He tried to come in and do something. See, that's one thing. You had a game plan, but when you stepped in that ring, you didn't come in with your game plan. I don't understand why you were trying to attack a puncher. Yeah, you are a puncher, but Ryan Garcia is more of a counter speed puncher. Tank is a brawler. Tank wants you to come in like that so he can do just like you got dropped. You came in aggressive. You threw your little speed punches. Tank ate him, and he dropped you.
At the same time, Tank likes to get inside and work on your body and
There
set
it
you
is.
up for the uppercut in the later rounds.
So
Which,
you're the
again,
bigger fighter. Why are you trying to come into the smaller fighter? You should be using your jab.
Hello.
But you wanted
Talk to them,
toe-to-toe.
sir. Talk to
You
them.
wanted to go toe to toe. Your advantage was you have the reach and you're the taller fighter. Do you want to know why Mike Tyson won a bunch of his fights? Because people wanted to try to come knock out Mike, and you fell right into Mike Tyson's zone. Oh, you want to come in at me? I'm gonna eat what you throwing at me, and you're done. You're done. Ryan Garcia was already
Tyson also. Mike Tyson also fought on the inside. Hello.
Yes. Well, you heard Mike Tyson on first tape. He said Tank fights like he reminds they do the jump punch. That's what Mike was saying. That Tank reminds him of him a little bit. But Ryan Garcia tried to come in and do something. That's like when people want to try to come fight Floyd. Floyd already got in your head in press conference. Floyd won the fight before he got in the fight. Tank won the fight before he got in the fight. If you paid attention to the press conference, Garcia was doing a whole lot of this and Tank was doing a whole lot of this, but Tank was really getting that man's head. And you saw that when Garcia got into the ring. So the preliminaries was good.
You said the undercard was fantastic.
Oh, all the prelims were good, but Tank did what he was supposed to do, and he did what he said he was going to do. Now, my question I have for you: do we get a part 2? No, because Garcia said he's moving up to 140. He's done.
Well, I think they're both moving up in weight because, I mean, the last few fights, Tank has had a problem with weight, and when you start having that problem, it's time to move up.
So is that the reason why they had that hydration?
Some people are possibly. I believe so. I believe so. Now I know some have put it out there of a possible Tank versus Shakur Stevenson fight, which would be fan-freaking-tastic.
Excuse me?
Yeah. I said some put it out there. I don't know if it's going to go into fruition or not, but some put it out there talking about Tank again.
This is weight class.
Shakur is a welterweight, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that 140?
That's one in between 140 and 147, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I mean, we can. I mean, if we're talking about welterweights,
I'm just trying to.
No, I'm sorry.
Make this happen. I'm sorry. That's all I'm thinking about. Like, yes.
I get it. I get it because as of right now,
you're not going to give me the fight that I want that needs to happen.
Or just check this out. If Devin Haney does beat Lomo, which is not going to be easy because Lomo's Lomo. Remember, Gervonta Davis is a lightweight per se. We could get Devin Haney and Tank if Devin Haney takes care of business against Lomo. I'm just because vision. He has all 4 belts. And Gervonta Davis is the quote-unquote regular WBA lightweight champion.
See,
so
we're not going to get none of these fights because we won.
140 is junior welterweight. Oh, the lightweight is the limit is 135 in the lightweight.
Isn't that what Garcia and Tank just fought right now? What
they fought at 136.
37. That's why it was a catch weight. This
136. Yeah,
it was whatever catch weight. Whatever.
It's in between lightweight and junior welterweight.
Yeah. Hey, I'm down for all those, but I still want Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. to step in.
We all want Bud. We all want Bud and Spence, but they're they're taking their sweet time. Now, let me ask you this. And we finally get David Benavidez and Canelo. Can we finally get that for the super middleweight title? He possibly can be like, Canelo, I want to fight you. Come fight me. And Canelo has been, for the most part, silent. Now,
why they couldn't like set that up on a Cinco de Mayo? Like, ain't Cinco de Mayo falling the weekend here time soon? That would be one hell of a fight. It ain't falling on this year.
May the 5th is on a Friday, but you can definitely do May 6th for sure. Yes.
Yes. So wait, that means Cinco de Mayo is gonna fall on a Saturday next year.
That is correct.
You set that fight up for next year. You put that on Cinco. Come on now. What was Floyd? What was Floyd's biggest marketing plan? He always tried to fight around Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Now, normally, Canelo has also fought around Mexican Independence Weekend, which is September the 16th.
Ooh.
So normally when Canelo has fought twice a year.
Too. Yep.
Yeah. So whenever Canelo fought twice a year, it normally was either the first one was on Cinco de Mayo weekend, and the second one was normally on Mexican Independence Day weekend. So if it can happen between Benavidez and Canelo, it won't shock me if it happens on Mexican Independence weekend. That wouldn't shock me one bit. But if I can't get Benavidez and Canelo, gummit, give me Jermell Charlo and David Benavidez. Give me that. Give me that. But that gummit, give me something.
Leather being thrown in the fight. You talk about excitement in a fight.
Leather and trash talking galore if it's Benavidez against
the press
Jermell Charlo.
And the total access in the press. Hey.
Showtime will be getting some ratings for.
Hey, what's Serrano saying our favorite movie?
Bring that shit to me, man. Bring that shit to me.
Yes. You bring that to me. Yeah. I would love it. I will. Oh my goodness.
So here's my question. Do we now I know we're gonna do some type of a thing for the NFL draft, which is upcoming this Thursday, which is hard to believe. But then again, when you've been consumed with so much spring football, which has been a very good thing,
been sports
we're already at the XF.
But when it's been sports galore, and you've been
so we are already at. Yeah, we are already at the XFL playoffs. The semifinals start this upcoming weekend, right? Again, in the South Division, it's the Battle of Texas, as the Houston Roughnecks, who won the South Division, will be taking on the Arlington Renegades in Houston. So, I mean, one team had to make the playoffs, and yes, the Renegades, with a losing record of 4-6, qualify for the playoffs, so they'll be taking on the Roughnecks. And then in the North Division, this is a very intriguing matchup between the Sea Dragons and the Defenders. The Defenders 9-1 in the XFL. The Sea Dragons, Seattle 7-3. Ben DiNucci has been fantastic along with Josh Gordon. The Defenders' defense and running game has been, the defense for the Defenders has been fantastic.
Yeah.
This one's a tough one between Seattle and DZ. It's a tough one for me to pick. The Roughnecks
I'll rob the Defenders. I'll rob the Defenders.
The defensive run game has been spectacular. I got the Roughnecks beating the Renegades because the too much good play on defense, and Uncle Wade Phillips loves nothing more than play defensive football. So I got the Roughnecks.
Facts.
And it's tough for me to pick because I saw the Sea Dragons play live against the Vipers, and Josh Gordon can still play some ball without question. Even with that, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a DC Defenders Houston Roughnecks
I agree to that.
SFL final
Yeah.
in San Antonio, Texas. In week 2 of the USFL, Orleans and Houston was a fantastic game. The Breakers beat the Gamblers 38-31. The Birmingham Stallions just continue to show why they are the defending champions. I thought I would never see this score in a football game, but Birmingham beats the Memphis Showboats by a final score. The Birmingham Stallions, I beg your pardon, beat them by a final score of 42-2. Yeah, I'm gonna say that again. The final score was 42.
That when I was driving to work, and it wasn't that I didn't hear a score, but wait,
42-2 was the final.
Did they get that because they decided to
Memphis only scored a safety? Yes.
Is it because they got a safety off a punt?
I don't know how they got the safety, to be honest. Hold on, let me take a look here. Hold on. How do they get their home game?
Oh, okay. Wait, was who was the home team?
The Stallions were the home team,
and they scored the 42 points.
Birmingham scored the 42 points, all touchdowns. But yes, the Memphis Showboat score came on a sack and the for safety. Yes. New Jersey gets the win over Pittsburgh 20-3, and Michigan gets the win over Philadelphia 24-10. So week 3, which starts Saturday at 9:30 a.m. on USA.
Oh, I get to watch
Battle of the Unbeatens. Yeah, Battle of the Unbeatens between the New Orleans Breakers and the Birmingham Stallions. Then at 4 on Saturday on Fox. Somebody will get their first win of the year between the Houston Gamblers and the Memphis Showboats. Both teams are 0-2. So damn it, somebody will get a win.
Games.
Unless
those set up to be the best games.
Normally they do. Normally they do. You are absolutely right. Then Sunday at 9:00 on NBC, it is the Battle of Pennsylvania between the Pittsburgh Maulers and the Philadelphia Stars. Philly is -6. The total is 44.5. Memphis is -1. The total is 43.5. And Birmingham is -6. The total is 48.5. Then the nightcap will be New Jersey against Michigan, and that total is -4, and it's 44.5. And this week it's the USFL making its debut at Michigan at Ford Field. So this week they'll be playing their games at Ford Field. If the Dome, yes. So that is week 3 upcoming up in the USFL. And I guess we'll mention it briefly, but I know a certain fan of this show is certainly happy because after all the drama, after all the BS, it finally happened. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's finally over. That's how a lot of people that felt that were not fans of the East Rutherford Jets felt as Rodgers is now Jet, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, they're technically in not my conference per se. Yeah, they're in my conference. They're not in my division. Yeah, but they're in my conference, so whatever. I you know what? It better work. It better work because they gave up a haul just to get this man that's about to retire in about 2 years.
Well, I agree. You have 2 years to make a run.
Hey, you know what?
Without question. 2 years to make a run.
Wait, depending on how year 1 go, he might retire after the year 1. You better before he decided to come to y'all, this was his worst year that he didn't have because other than that, they were 13-3 the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Last 2 years before,
and they win 8 and they win 8-9. 3 straight years of going 13 plus wins.
Yeah.
And then you go 8-9, and then you get knocked out of the playoffs by the Detroit Lions.
You better win more than 8. Tell you that.
Who again, and I'm going to say this again, I am picking the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North Division this year.
Oh, right now?
Mark it down.
Yeah.
Mark it down at 1:40. Mark it down at 1:42 a.m. on April the 25th, 2023. I am picking the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North.
Who's beating them now that Aaron Rodgers is gone? Who's beating them? I mean, the Bears might have the Bears might make a wild card. I can see the Bears.
The Bears will improve, no question, because you got
Bears make the wild card, but
because now you got Claypool and Mooney, and now you just added Curtis Samuel or DJ Moore. I'm sorry, to go along with Justin Fields.
Yes.
And now, really, the only thing the Bears really need now is a full-fledged running back to go with that core at wide receiver. So
exactly.
If the Bears make a few good draft picks and add some more key cogs, the Bears will be right back in the thick of things sooner than later.
I just think the consistency with the Lions is a little bit more ahead. Minnesota don't know what the hell they want to do right now. I believe they're shipping Cousins. If they're
trying to. They're trying to.
Well, you know where they're trying to ship them to.
I don't want him. I do not need him. I would rather take my chances with Brock Purdy when he comes back, or I'll take my chances with Trey. Stop it, Kyle. Just stop it. Okay? Because we know your MO is you can't develop a quarterback worth a damn. You can't. Choose CJ Beathard over Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, even though we didn't know Deshaun Watson was going to get into a.
Is that what y'all
have the chance to draft Patrick Mahomes? You have the chance to draft Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson in 2017. Instead, you wait until later on to draft.
You know what? It would have
CJ Beathard.
It would have sucked.
And that's no disrespect to CJ Beathard, because CJ Beathard is one tough SOB that can take a freaking hit. They're showed spurts, but when John Lynch came out with the story, I said, you know what? I think we made a mistake by not taking a look at Mahomes. Well, a lot of teams made a mistake by not looking at Mahomes. And how he just fell into the lap of Andy Reid, I will never know. Because, again, and Mahomes has told the story, he thought he was going to be a Chicago Bear. Unfortunately, my brother has to deal with him twice a season.
I'd rather have that franchise have 2 Super Bowls than the damn Chiefs.
Fortunately, one of those rings came at the expense of my goddamn team because we decided not to run the football when they couldn't stop the damn run.
That was the most horrible Super Bowl
in
my life. I've seen some shitty Super Bowls in my life, and that ranks up there as number 1.
Super Bowl 35 between the Ravens and Giants was not so watchable. Seahawks and Broncos in Super Bowl 40.
That Super Bowl pissed me off because the Raiders should have been there, because I believe that's the year that Saragusa fell on Gannon.
Saragusa, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That's what Super Bowl took his ass off the fucking field because Anthony Dorsett took a fucking angle to tackle his ass. Oh, you didn't got me started.
The NFL draft is coming up this Thursday, and me and Mizzle possibly might do a live show either here on Zoom, or we might just go on the IG Live Mizzle An Dub Show page.
Let's do IG.
And so with that said, if you have Instagram, we do have an Instagram page. It is the Mizzle An Dub Show with a lot of underscores, so pay attention. For those that want to try to find our page. So it is Mizzle _ and _ dub _ show. So underscores under the Mizzle An Dub Show, but that's our IG page. That is us. And normally what we do on that page is we will normally go on, do a quick live session, be like, this is what's coming up on the show, but we didn't do that tonight because we just wanted to get right into it. But on draft night during the
You asked me if you want to do IG. I thought you said if you want to go right into the. My bad. We could have did the IG. I fudged up. My bad.
That's all right. But we will go on our IG live page the night of the draft and just talk about the draft picks. And for those that do follow us and you want to chime in and take your thoughts on what your team should do in the draft, by all means, join us and give us your take. So we will definitely do the first round because I plan to be off well before and be at home well in time before the draft starts.
Oh yeah, I'm off that day.
Fortunately, since I don't have NFL Network, I have to. Unfortunately, because I don't have NFL Network, I have to watch the ESPN coverage, which is kind of blow.
Well,
so that means I have
here,
to.
But we do have it, but you have to stream it on your phone because we do have the NFL Plus. But NFL Plus only works.
They need to get their ish together.
That's what
the doggone laptop.
I have the app on my TVs, and I can't watch it like I want to watch it. But if I open up the app on my phone, it works 100% fine.
Which makes no damn sense. Which makes none sense whatsoever. Or
especially for the money you, especially the okay. I'm gonna leave it with God.
Do it. But anyhow, again, Mizzle _and _dub _ That's our Instagram page. So again,
yes. That will be our live feed where you can interact with us, join in. I don't know what the capacity level is that we can have people join, but we might have to have a few guests come on. You say what you have to say to move along so we can have somebody else join in. So, but the Mizzle and Dub Show is going to be live on IG Thursday.
The draft, which is getting closer to the NFL side of football things, because we definitely like to thank spring football for keeping us not necessarily with NFL withdrawals, but it helped eases the pain of not having the NFL. But as we say, thank you to the XFLs. They're getting ready to start their playoffs, and the USFL is just starting. So the USFL championship game, I think, is in July. So it carries us into training camp.
Yes.
So
almost, and then
good thing.
Around the corner, August will give us preseason.
Preseason, or as Dad likes to say, bullshit football. Anyhow, we thank you for watching this playoff. We thank you for watching this rapid fire playoff edition of the Mizzle An Dub Show, where we talked about the NBA playoffs. We even dipped into a little bit of boxing, and we even talked about the NFL draft. And yes, gold-blooded indeed, as the Warriors will hit it back on Wednesday, as tomorrow might be gentlemen sweeps galore with the Celtics, Hawks, the Nuggets and Timberwolves, and the Clippers and Suns. But nonetheless, we thank you for watching the Mizzle An Dub Show. He is Mizzle. I'm Dub. And of course, you can always check out our YouTube page.
Sacramento
leave comments, leave a subject you might want to talk about.
That's on this, that watches us. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Just understand that it's not y'all time yet. Not yet. We gave y'all credit. It's not yet. You got a good nucleus going right now, but Clay ain't ready to retire and go nowhere. Curry ain't going nowhere just yet. I believe we will lose Draymond Green before we lose anything else. But go blooded, baby.
Al and the shirts is ready, but he is Mizzle. I'm Dub. As always, we thank you for watching. And of course, it's 5 o'clock. Some damn where. Salute and good night. Or some other cases, good morning.
Morning.